welcome
to New Entry Wrestling Podcast, baby. Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Sexy Ian, with my co-host Ever. What it do, baby? And Ever still on his honeymoon. Bound chicka wow wow. Well, the show is still gonna go on, and I was gonna have my co-host be Bobby the Booger, but I gotta go back to school. I got finals, blah blah blah. Bro, ain't nobody care about school. School ain't important right now. But anyways, yeah. So, how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody been going on? It's not like you guys can answer me, anyways. I'm alone without ever. But anyways, let's do a little recap of what went down Survivor Series, baby, 2021, right? So, decent show, very decent. It was alright. I think I'll rate the show maybe like 3 out of 5 or something like that. Charlotte versus Becky, it was good. Becky won. Hated that. My homegirl Charlotte should have won. Team Raw won over the men's Survivor Series match. That was alright. And then RK Bros versus the Usos. That was a good, decent match. RK Bros won that match, and we got Team Raw for the women's winning. And then Roman Reigns defeated Big E. So, yeah. Not so exciting. Feels weird doing this show without Ever. The next NXT event is War Games, baby. And December, we are not having a pay-per-view event. So, anyways, January 1st is going to be the next WWE pay-per-view event, and it's Day 1. That's what it's called, Day 1, baby. December, they were supposed to have TLC here in Chicago. So I thought, since, I'm going to do something I've never done ever. And, so today's episode, I'm going to do my own kind of like fantasy booking. If I was controlling the next pay-per-view event that's going to take place in December. So, like, how would I book the next pay-per-view event for WWE taking place in December? So, this is going to be my own fantasy booking. I'm going to try my best to use, I am going to use the current WWE superstars from each brand. Gotta try my best to keep up and use the current storyline, or just use with a twist, or just end their feud, whatever's going on. So anyways, this is my lineup for the next WWE pay-per-view fantasy booking. I am gonna call this pay-per-view event calling the Fallout, which is similar to All Out, a shot at AEW. So anyways, this is WWE Fallout pay-per-view event, and here's my lineup. One of my lineups is Damien Priest versus Finn Balor for the U.S. Championship. The United States Champion. Is it U.S. Champion or United States Champion? I know the U.S. stands for United States, but I forgot how they call it. Anyways, Seth Rollins and Austin Theory versus RK Bros for the Raw Tag Team Championship. I also got Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Raw Championship. Charlotte versus Natalya for the SmackDown Championship. And I have Big E versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. I got Jeff Hardy versus Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston. The winner of this match will go on and face Roman Reigns later that night for the WWE Universal Championship. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. And Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio for the winner. Uh, no, sorry, it's just Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio. I thought that was going to be a number one contender. Anyways, so yeah, so Jeff Hardy versus Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston in a triple threat match. Winner will face Roman Reigns later that night. So Roman Reigns will defend his WWE Universal Championship. Big E versus Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins and Austin Theory versus RK Bros for the tag team titles. Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio. Damien Priest versus Finn Balor for the U.S. Championship. Keane Woods and Ricochet versus the Usos in a non-tag team title match. Becky versus Liv Morgan for the Raw Championship. Charlotte versus Natalia. So let's go ahead and get started, baby. So this is how I'm going to start off with the show. I'm going to have the opening match. It's going to be Damien Priest versus Finn Balor for the U.S. Championship. You know, that's going to be the opening event. I'll have obviously back and forth kind of deal. Have them go, I would say probably like a good 12 minutes in this match. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into the ending. The ending of this match, I will have, oh my gosh, I forgot how Damian Priest calls his finishers when he does the double stomp off the top rope. But he goes for the double stomp off the top rope, misses. Well, he doesn't miss. Damian Priest rolls out of the way, gets back up, grabs him for the choke slam, and then drops him right on the Finn Balor's on his knee. Yeah, right, on his knee. Go for his finisher, which is, I forgot what he calls his finisher too. It's like it's the crossroad. I don't know, what does he call his finisher? The crossroad, red cross, burning arrow cross. Anyways, hits him with his finisher, and gets the 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor. Damian Priest, after the match, Damien Priest is cheering or celebrating that he won, retained the title, got a win, a big win over the first ever Universal Champion, Finn Balor, also a two-time NXT champion, and IC champion. So, Finn Balor, he's one of those guys that, it's somebody to be proud of that you beat. So Damian Priest obviously is happy that he got the big W over him and goes for a handshake, but Finn Balor just, it's not feeling it, man. So he walks away. He's upset that, he lost and wasn't able to retain, meaning he's going for a turn, a turn right here. He's got to go for a heel turn. So, yeah. Anyways, next match is gonna be when we're gonna continue with the whole Raw, with the Raw thing matches. It's gonna be Seth Rollins and Austin Theory versus all RK Bros for the Raw Tag Team Championship, baby. I'll have this match go up to like 15 minutes, 15-minute match. I'm gonna go straight to the ending. So ending is gonna be Randy Orton's gonna go for the RKO on trying to hit the RKO on Austin Theory. Austin Theory blocks the RKO, hits him with a old school roll up, gets the 1, 2 kick out, and then Theory picks Randy Orton as a fireman carryman, trying to hit him with the TKO. Randy Orton gets out of it. Both get hit with a double clothesline from each other. Seth Rollins gets back in the ring. He's trying to single for the fact that he's trying to go for a stomp, but Matt Riddle stops him, picks him up in a fireman carry, try to hit the GTS, gets out of the way. Seth Rollins hits him with a super kick. Matt Riddle's out. Randy Orton gets back up. Seth Rollins hits him with the super kick. And then he goes back to the corner, and it goes to hit the curb stomp, actually connects the curb stomp this time, hits him, and then he's trying to go for the cover, but what's his name? Austin Theory pulls Seth Rollins' leg out and goes on top on Randy Orton, that's what she said, to get the 1-2, and then Seth Rollins pulls his leg saying, "What are you doing? I had the match won. Why would you do that? I just hit him with my finisher and I almost got the 1-3. Why would you break the count just for you to cover him when you could have just let me cover it and we could have been champions right now?" Blah, blah, blah. Austin Theory is trying to argue with him saying, "I need the W. I need to beat him. It'll mean more to me." They're trying to argue, and all that stuff. Get distracted. Seth Rollins and Austin Theory is trying to explain to him saying that he's the legal man, so that the ref shouldn't even be counting on Seth Rollins because they never made an official tag. Forgot to add that point. I just did right now. So Seth Rollins like blah 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 before then Randy Orton pushes Seth Rollins onto Austin Theory. Seth Rollins turns around, gets hit with the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. RK Bros retain the Raw Tag Team titles. They're celebrating. Austin Theory is, upset. He's throwing a fit because, he just told Seth Rollins, he's trying to explain to the ref, he's not even the legal man. I am. He should have not been pinned. You shouldn't have counted on the first place because he was never the legal man. Austin Theory is. Anyways, too late now. They go backstage. They're getting, Austin Theory is explaining to the GM, Adam Pearce, who is in the GM, but whatever, explaining to him what happened, that he is the legal man, that he never made a tag to Seth Rollins, so Seth Rollins was never the legal man, which means that win should not have counted. So GM is giving him and Seth Rollins a rematch on Raw for the tag team titles. So yeah, doing a lot of booking here. Anyways, next match is going to be Jeff Hardy versus Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston. Now, the winner of this match will go on and face Roman Reigns in the main event for the Universal Championship. So let's go. So obviously, going towards the end of this match. At the end of the match, Kofi Kingston is trying to set up for the Trouble of Paradise on Jeff Hardy. But little does he know, Drew McIntyre is waiting for him outside, goes in the ring. As soon as Kofi Kingston starts running towards Jeff Hardy, Drew McIntyre goes in, hits him with the Claymore. Boom. Jeff Hardy right there waiting for Drew McIntyre to turn around, hits him with the Twist of Fate Stunner version, which has him rolling out of the ring. And then Jeff Hardy goes to the corner, top rope, hits the swanton on Kofi Kingston, gets the 1, 2, 3. Now he is the number 1 contender and will be facing Roman Reigns later that night for the Universal Championship. And this match, I would say, it probably went for 12 minutes as well. After that match, Drew McIntyre goes up to Jeff Hardy, congrats him, shakes his hand, and walks out and tells him, you better win this match, and if you do or don't, whatever, he's next in line since he didn't get beat. Fourth match is going to be Keane Woods. Big Woods. Keane Woods and Ricochet versus the Usos. Uso crazy. Anyways, this match I would say will go about 8 minutes. Ending to that match, Ricochet goes to hit the 360, which he does. He hits it on one of the Usos. Doesn't really matter which one. I don't remember the other one. Who's Jay? Who's the other guy's name? Oh my God, Jay Uso. I forgot who the other Uso. Anyways, gets hit with breaks the count, gets hit with the super kick, and gets the 1-2 kick out. Keane Wood gets in the ring. He wants some action. And then both Usos take Keane Woods out with a double super kick. And they both go to the top rope and hit the splash off the top ropes and got the 1-2-3. So, and yes, I forgot, Woods tags himself in on Ricochet. So, boom. I wouldn't know how that would have worked out. But anyways, I don't really care for that match. I just wanted to add it. Next match, number 5, is going to be Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio. This match is going to be very quick. It's going to be like 5 minutes. Ending to this match, Rey Mysterio hits Bobby Lashley with a 619. Goes for a West... Oh my gosh, what did he used to call it? A West Coast pop. The Santon. But Bobby Lashley basically wouldn't like sell it, so he turned it into a power bomb and then picked him up for the Hurt Lock, which Rey Mysterio taps out to and got the big W over him. Next how many did I do? So let's see. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so next I will say it will be Charlotte Flair versus Natalya, SmackDown's championship. I'll have this match go for like 10 to 12 minutes. It's Flair versus, the Hart family. So I'll have this match go over, 10 minutes. Have Charlotte make Natalya tap out. And then after the match, Toni Storm, I hope that's her name, comes out and hits her finisher on Charlotte Flair, basically saying I'm next in line for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Up next is going to be one of WWE's main event. Is going to be Big E versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship match. Big E comes out. Obviously, Kevin Owens comes out. They go ahead and wrestle for about, I would say, 15 minutes until they get to the ending. Big E just hit a splash off the top rope. Kevin Owens gets out the way, hits him in the gut, sends him off to the middle of the rope for that pickup power bomb. Boom, hits it. 1, 2, kick out. Kevin Owens like, what? I had him beat. Picks him up again, tries again, picks him up, hit him with the power bomb. Instead of covering him, he grabs his leg, has him roll over back on his feet, and hits him with the stunner. And then he goes 1, 2, kick out. He's upset that he just hit 3 big finishers on him, and he still ended up kicking out. And one of them being a stunner, not Stone Cold stunner, because that boy ain't no Stone Cold. Still love you, Kevin Owens. But so he's in shock, doesn't know what to do. So he's like, okay, I guess I gotta do another stunner. He goes for another stunner. Big E knows he's expecting it, because Kevin Owens not taking advantage of the fact that Big E's down. He's just waiting for him to get back up. Big E's expecting to get hit with another stunner, so Kevin Owens goes for the kick. Big E grabs it, flips him around, hits him with a clothesline, picks him up, and sends him to the middle of the rope, running back. And then while Kevin Owens is running back to Big E, he picks him up, does his own finisher, Kevin Owens' finisher, the pickup power bomb, and grabs his leg, flip him, roll him back on his feet, picks him up one more time, and hits him with the big ending. And then he gets the 1, 2, 3. And I'll say this match goes between like 15 to 16 minutes. And Big E gets, the big W over Kevin Owens, retains his WWE Championship. Now, here's the twist towards this. A lot of people are probably going to hate this. After that match, Kevin Owens and Big E, they shake hands. Congrats. All right. Thank you. I got my opportunity. That was a great match. And Kevin Owens walks away. Big E still out there celebrating with the fans that he retained the WWE Championship. The lights start flickering a little bit. Lights go out. And just as soon as the lights go back on, Goldberg's music hits. Bam! Right there. That's going to be dope. It's going to be dope because people are going to be like, oh, it's going to be somebody like The Fiend or something. And then Goldberg hits and then people are going to be booing. Some people may cheer because, like, what was the whole purpose of the lights and all that? But, yeah, Goldberg comes out. He enters the ring basically telling Big E, you're next. And, they announced later that night that it's going to be Big E versus defending his WWE Championship defending his WWE Championship against Goldberg at day 1 since they're going to be at the ATL, man. Hey! But, yeah. So, anyways, next match. What is my next match? Becky versus Liv Morgan, right? Is that the Raw title? Yeah. Becky versus Liv Morgan go about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. That way Liv Morgan, she has her moment and her shine, her 15 minutes of fame basically in the ring. I would just say go ahead. I don't know much about Liv Morgan for me to even try to book something. But, Becky hits her with the disarmor and gets the 1-2-3, gets the submission, and Becky retains the title. All right, going on to the main event, baby. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Jeff Hardy for the WWE Universal Championship. Earlier that match, Jeff Hardy was in the triple threat match against Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston. And Jeff Hardy got the W, which means he was able to face Roman Reigns later that night for the Universal Championship, which is starting right now. The match will go on for about 12 to, I'll say 15 minutes. Yeah, because this is Jeff Hardy's championship match, right? I'll have this match go for, you know what? No, I'll say 10 minutes. I would say that this match will end up in a no disqualification match. So Roman Reigns accidentally hits Jeff Hardy with a low blow, which gets a DQ. Adam Pearce comes out saying, I know what you're trying to do. You didn't want to wrestle. That's why you did this whole triple threat match, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to restart this match. And since this was supposed to be a TLC pay-per-view event, we're going to go ahead and have ourselves a ladder match right here, right now. Restart the match. They're going to have the whole hang the belt up. So now they're going to restart the match. They're going to go at it for another 12 minutes. They're going back and forth. Jeff Hardy, he's basically getting all his shine in, doing stuff off the top ropes, they're both getting hit with ladders and chairs. Jeff Hardy, Roman Reigns is going to go for the Superman punch outside, but Jeff Hardy ducks, hits him with the twist of stunner, boom, and then hits him again with a twist of fate. And then puts him on the announcer table. Jeff Hardy goes on top of the ladder, hits him with the Swanton Bomb on the announcer table. Jeff Hardy's trying to go back in the ring, and then he's climbing the ladder, trying to grab the Universal Championship. But here comes up the Usos. They attack Jeff Hardy. They both super kick him. He's down, they help Roman Reigns get back up, and Roman Reigns is climbing the ladder and retains the Universal Championship. It's now, as soon as he's on top of that ladder, holding the Universal Championship, the Usos are still down there pointing at him, saying, that's your tribal chief, the Universal Champion. Once again, we're going back with the lights start flickering, the power goes out, the lights go out, everything gets pure darkness, and the power goes back on. Everybody's like, oh, maybe what's going on? Could it be Goldberg again? No, he just challenged Big E. Bam! Plays Brock Lesnar music. Brock Lesnar comes out. And Roman Reigns is in shock. He's scared that he sees the beast. Brock Lesnar, the guy who's 21-0. No, wait, he's not the guy. Oh, he's the guy who put the 1 in 21 and 21 and 21. 21 and 1. Yeah. Oh, I botched that a lot. Anyways, Brock Lesnar comes out. The Usos go after Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, boom, takes him out. Boom, get out of my face. Pooyah! You know what I'm saying? Takes him out. This is a lot of kung fu, man. Suplex everywhere. Roman Reigns is finally down on the ring. By the time Brock Lesnar gets in the ring, the ladder's already gone. Roman Reigns is right there. And, he wants to, face him. But as soon as Brock Lesnar gets in the ring, Roman Reigns gets out, saying, no, not tonight, blah, blah, blah. Does he, and then Jeff Hardy turns him around, hits him once again with the twist of stunner. Boom. And, Roman Reigns is selling it. Roman Reigns gets back in the ring because Jeff Hardy throws him back in the ring. And then Brock Lesnar hits him with a German suplex, picks him up, looks at him, smiles, starts laughing, picks him up for an F5, and then hits the F5. Boom. Picks up the Universal Championship while he's looking down at Roman Reigns. And his music plays, and that's how you end the show. And then, yeah, so I'll probably do a fantasy booking for day 1, depending how this one turns out. So I think it was pretty dope. I feel like I could have been more detailed on the matches, but it's all right, man. But yeah. So alone. But all right. So anyways, before I continue or before I head out, please go check out our merch on teesprings.com. That's teesprings.com, baby. Search for New Entry Wrestling Podcast. We got some pretty cool shirts, masks, and poster. Please also follow us on New Entry Wrestling Pod. If you're following us or listening to us on Google Podcasts or Spotify, please go check out our YouTube page and please subscribe. Now, if you're listening to us on our YouTube page, please go follow us on our Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. So, yeah. It's all right. Well, that will be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed my fantasy booking for, a fake pay-per-view event for WWE. Until next time, I am your co-host. I am your host for this episode, Ian. Until next time, we are out. Or why am I saying we? Like, oh my gosh, I'm out. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. We are out. Bye. Doo-doo-doo.